All right, hello and welcome. My name is Michael Jobity, and I'll be hosting this live stream today, as well as the award ceremony on the 7th and 8th of December at the Ealing Picture House Cinema in West London. Welcome to the 6th edition of the Miraband UK Film Awards, powered by the Miraband Company and founded by our festival director and founder, Jay Manari, who is also an independent writer, producer, director, and member of Directors UK. The Miraband UK Film Awards, or MUFA, is a British BFI film fund-winning film festival listed on the British Council Festival Directory and London-based, focused on showcasing diversity in auteur movies, created despite all the challenges of an indie, low-budget production. Miraband provides a spotlight for underrepresented, emerging, and experienced independent filmmakers through on-site networking events, live-streamed industry talks, online film courses, and most recently, an independent film fund launched to support the making of more independent short films. If you haven't done so yet, please check out our affordable festival tickets, just £20 for 2 days of screenings and panels, and don't miss the limited film industry tickets, which offer exclusive industry access. Subscribe to our art house-focused streaming platform, Stream Auteur, to watch all the officially selected candidates of this edition and vote for your favorite, which will win the Best Film Audience Award. Let's get the ball rolling with our special guest. Please welcome Ali Cook from the UK, shortlisted for Best UK Short and also up for Best Actress in a Short with their film, The Pearl Comb. In 1893, a fisherman's wife becomes the first person to cure someone of tuberculosis. A doctor intent on proving a woman's place is in the home and not practicing medicine investigates, only to discover the source of her unearthly power. Let's take a look.
There's been a lot of controversy surrounding this investigation. But what we do find magical is that you healed a boy of consumption. You may be the only person to do so successfully. What we want to know is what treatments you...
No treatments. It's a gift from my late husband.
Carry me out to sea, and I will make you rich and glorious for life.
Mine, mine, forever mine. Farewell, farewell for years of 9. In return for the comb, your blood will be mine. Mine, mine, forever mine.
Wow, I love that. Welcome so much, Ali. We're going to kick off the Q&A to dive deeper into the behind the scenes, the creative process. So my first question for you would be, obviously, you're blending writing and directing. How do you have any strategies in terms of capturing the emotion when you're writing? Because I'm sure when you're writing out and trying to plan out the storyline, you want to basically showcase a certain emotion or have a visual performance from an actor. So how do you kind of bridge the two for any aspiring creators out there?
So you're saying, how do I bridge the gap between the writing and the emotion you want from a scene? Is that
exactly?
What you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, that's I can tell you how I do it. So I learned this at the Second City, which is the
I love Second City.
The improv comedy troupe that was famous for creating people like John Candy, all the guys behind Ghostbusters, Harold Ramis. So years ago, I did a writing course of theirs, and they said, improvise whilst you're writing. So there's a goal. So say the goal is, I want you to give me £50,000, and it's me and you in the scene. And then you just start writing, and you improvise how you're going to get it. So I might say, maybe at the start of the scene, I might be threatening you with a gun or something like that. And then I just start improvising, and you'll be resisting. No, I'm not going to give you it. And then I'm like, no, give me it. And then as I'm improvising with the writing, I'll naturally change the strategy that I use to try and get the money from you in that scene. And you end up with like a page of maybe 3 or 4 pages of improvised dialogue, and then you just choose the bit that seems the best. And if you write like that, the emotion comes out because you're improvising. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense, and I can. Yeah, go ahead, James.
It's quite a simple way to write, and also a non-restrictive way, because what you do, you'll say to yourself, the scene might be 3 lines, but if you write a couple of pages, you don't worry about what you're coming up with until later.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
And that way it seems more authentic and genuine too when you see it on screen, right? So.
Well, yeah, I mean, that coupled with, the actors you get. So that's definitely one route that I would take. Or if it's something adapted, then I would reread the bit of story that I'm adapting over and over and over again, trying to understand how they're doing it. I tend to lift whatever they're doing verbatim and then gradually crunch it down. So those are the 2 ways that I tend to go about it.
That's
amazing.
Very interesting. I was jumping just right now, thinking about the actress that is also shortlisted for Best Actress in a Short. And it'd be kind of nice to know, how did you find her and how, the relationship was established, Beatty Edney specifically.
Yeah, so, well, I was quite lucky on this one because Beatty is a very well-known TV actor. So when you have great actors like that have been at it for 30 years, it's not so much that you have to direct them, it's more that you have to encourage them because they're already racehorses, they've been around for ages. But how we got her was one of the people I work with, Amy, her mum was a big fan of hers. She'd seen her in the TV series Poldark on BBC One, where that was a period drama, and she's also doing a Cornish accent. So that's where we initially heard of her. And then we actually contacted her agent. It was her and 2 or 3 other actors in their age group that we contacted, and she was available. And we were a little bit lucky, and she read the script and she said she wanted to do it. So that's a bit of a different case, because normally you're auditioning people, but when someone's known, you have to just make an offer, and it's really whether they want to do it. The one thing I would say though, agents don't mind short films because it's only ever a day or 2 of work. So it's not like you're taking this known actor out of business for 2 or 3 months. And quite often they will do them, and they will do them, at a much, much lower rates than they would for a normal acting job. So once I did that, then I invited the actors in my short to come to my flat, and we'd do a day of just running the scenes, basically. And when I say a day, really, you're talking about an hour or 2. Half of that is just getting to know each other, and the other half is just running the scene. And really, I think if you run a scene with someone 4 times, they'll have a pretty good idea as to how it's going to go, like that. And really, I would say it's more about making people feel confident than anything else, and then the good stuff will start coming. Yeah.
100%. Thank you for sharing.
Great. Well, I think maybe one quick question. I was just curious, with your experience in directing and writing, what drew you to this story, and what inspired you to, come in it with the role that you have as a director and writer? Was there some parallel to your own life? Was there an experience, or was it just something that you were always excited about telling?
Well, I'm also an actor as well. And initially, the end of 2023 with the writer's strike, no one was doing anything. And a few months before, I'd been on holiday in Cornwall, and I'd heard about old legends about mermaids. And just in the back of my mind, I was kind of thinking, yeah, a mermaid's quite cool, right in the back of my mind. And I always liked this idea of portraying things much more like the original legends rather than, say, versions we've seen. So we've only ever seen like the Little Mermaid there's not really that many where you see the brutal killer mermaids that are much more like the traditional stories. So that's one thing I like to do. So that was in the back of my mind. And then also I'd heard about the true story of the Edinburgh Seven, who were the first 7 women doctors to qualify in the UK, and they weren't allowed to practice, even though they were clearly qualified doctors. And that ended up being the very sort of clever twist that I could add to the tale. So I kind of mixed these two things together to come up with a drama, but with a fantasy element.
I love that. I love that.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing this.
Well, yeah, thank you so much, Ali. I think we are towards the end of the live stream, so I'm going to say some quick reminders for the audience, and then we'll finish off today. So just a quick reminder, festival passes are available for purchase on the Miraband website at the link available in the comment section of this live stream and social bios. Industry Film Forum, access is limited. Therefore, make sure to reserve your pass to join mentors, pitch fund presentations, and industry speed dates. The red carpet reception, followed by the awards ceremony, will take place at the Ealing Picture House Cinema on the 14th of December. This is when all the winners will be announced and where the Mayor of Ealing will be presenting the Best UK Short and UK Feature Awards. Starting from the 15th of December, all shortlisted films will be available to stream on our platform for 5 weeks. You have the chance to vote for your favorite, which will win the Best Film Audience Award. The winning filmmaker will receive free access to our festival promotion, funding, and distribution strategies course, along with a 1-year distribution deal on StreamOterm. It's super easy. Register on StreamOterm and add to favorites the film you want to vote for. And with that, I want to give a special thank you to yourself, Ali, and also our festival director, Jay Manari, for being on the live stream today. Tune in. We have another set of live streams on Thursday, and hope you enjoyed. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you very much for having me, guys. And very good reading of your script there. That was excellent. That's not easy to do on a live stream. I'm very impressed.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.